gate should shut properly now. I can't believe I'm doing this. This is despicable.
These maggots have escaped the wrath of Ascalon for too long. It is time to purge the sewers of their filth.
You again! The one they call the sewer dog.
Hold your tongue, newborn, or I'll crush you like a maggot.
You've let the beast consume you.
Finally! A touch of lucidity.
Whoa. Relax, my guy.
Respect the laws of Ascalon! singing your name! Dare challenge the dictates of Ascalon? Purple Banshee, the hand that crushes all!
So upsetting. I fucking healed, dude.
You shall learn to respect the laws of Ascalon! My power you cannot comprehend! Now what? Singing your name! The crushes all! Down, stay down. Return to your apothecary and needles. Slow as a snail! I shall crush you. The dictates of your blood is now. Foolish Agon! I shall crush you. Down, stay down.
Got him. Yo, what up, Daedric? Teabag. Teabag this bitch. Hey, tomorrow we're gonna do
I cannot enter.
like a special. I'm gonna be streaming a game, and the game can be in like 90 minutes, so I might beat it in like 2 hours. Yeah, you know, but it's basically kind of like a movie, but it's a horror game. So we're gonna be streaming that tomorrow, and Honeypot says she was down to watch. So I don't know if you wanna. If you wanna, you'll see tomorrow. You'll see tomorrow. But I'll be on around 5, and then I'll do pre-start, and then see if she's there, and then yeah.
At least one Skal escaped Fergal's wrath.
And if it's going real good, then we might do like a Friday double feature, because I have another game that's really short that's supposed to be like a thriller, and I'll play that one after. But one at a time. Didn't hear the game. You're gonna have to go back and clip it. I don't know what to say. All of a sudden, I'm in some random ass mine. I thought I was a detective in London. What the fuck?
How could
is
he have
this
made
shit?
it this far? There's blood everywhere.
Yeah, so let me know if you're down for that, because that'd be cool. Maybe I could show her how to get in Discord, and then that way we'll all, All of a sudden, am I going backwards? How the fuck do I get turned around so easy, bruh? Oh, so that means this is the bonus area this way. Okay. I guess I'm supposed to go this way.
Safe we are, still. Drink now.
What the fuck?
Bless you, Bridget.
This isn't the blood of a vampire, but it will quench your thirst.
Is she looking at me? She knows I'm here. Is she waiting for me? I'm supposed to go to talk to her?
This is our domain, not yours. You've been warned.
Wait, I saved you from this creature. That must count for something.
Thank you. Now go. Go back to the streets and houses. There is no love lost between us, vampire. But thank you.
Sean Hampton sent me here. I believe he wanted me to find you. Who are you?
If you must know, they call me Old Bridget. And this shelter is where we live.
I'm Jonathan Reed. I'm a newborn Ekon. I'm afraid I'm not sure what's going on.
I shall not bend a knee, young Ekon. But I sense your pain. Ask, and I will afford you my attention.
Why was that creature after you?
Fergal is the blunt instrument of the Ascalon Club. His masters would see us dead or turned into slaves if they had their way.
I mean, right on. I mean, like I said, you know, it would be normal stream time and all that.
What the hell was that thing? He wasn't an Ekon or a Skal.
They are known as Volkod, an ancient offshoot of immortals. Blood drives them, enrages them.
What of this Ascalon Club?
Vampire society's elite in the Empire. They make the rules and enforce their judgment upon us whom they see as lessers.
So was it you that Sean Hampton sent me to find?
Perhaps. The sad saint was always kind to us. He must trust you if he revealed our location.
Sean is a Skal. All those I've encountered have been violent, crazed creatures. How can he be any different?
Maybe because he is the sad saint. Or perhaps because I am Old Bridget of the Sewer Skulls.
Sean killed a patient of mine. And that's just one of the murders he's being hunted for.
If you refer to Harriet, she is now among us and under our protection.
Oh,
Harriet Jones is
shit.
alive.
Yes. Alright,
That's
cool.
it. That's the proof Sean wanted me to find. I must talk to her.
No. Harriet is not alive. But you can speak to her. I must warn you. She is fragile and may not receive you warmly.
I don't understand.
She is filled with bile and hate. Her mind is sharp as a tack, but her body is so weak. I've never seen its like before. She is resting in a room on the far right of this hideout.
Thank you. I will bear that in mind.
Who's fucking crying?
Eternal gratitude for your protection, Master. Old Bridget says you are one to trust. Keep your distance, Echo.
Ew.
Old Bridget says you are one to trust. How is it, Nathan? I've not seen you.
Where am I supposed to go?
We're at your mercy.
Will you end us?
vampire
We're at your mercy. Will you end us?
Were all these people underwater?
It's locked, all right.
Oh, this is his night shelter? So this is where he brings the people that he's eating? It's a fucking saw, dude. Like, he literally, like he said, all he has to eat is flesh. So he's
It's
bringing
locked, all right.
people here and eating them. Bruh. All because I lowered the water level. Found his fucking secret.
Your spell is enticing. Sweet
Supremacy of Echo. There's some hooligans outside. doing some hooligan things. So I had to arm my security system, but they got the fucking, you know, they got the ghetto bird up in the air. So I ain't taking no chances. You know, one incident will bleed into another incident. That went straight to the dome. Oh, Daedric. There's an event I'll talk to you about on Discord, but I was thinking about doing an event on my channel. Oh yeah, I'll let you know about it. Anyways, supremacy of Ekons. It's no coincidence that Ekons are the most eminent and the most numerous of all vampires. Ekons are true aristocracy of immortals and event. Yeah, text me. Aha, it is you. Oh, there you gone. Are you gone? Anyways, Ekons are the most human, most clever, and most educated of all vampires. Don't get me wrong here. I've nothing against more exotic species like the Volk God, who share the gift of immortality with us. Most can prove useful if properly canalized towards clear goals. But they lack the most important trait of all, the ability to mingle with mortals without being spotted. Therefore, the Ascon Club should only accept Ekons of the highest lineage as members of the inner circle. Depending on the circumstances, Volcans could accept as war dogs or hunting hounds as long as they obey their laws. Lucky enough, their lesser cousins have natural tendency to submit to their masters. Don't mind me, lady. I'm just looting all your shit before I talk to you. Alright, now I'll talk to you.
Hello, Harriet. Do you recognize me?
Yes, you were from the Pembroke Hospital. The young doctor. So full of secrets.
I've so many questions I need to ask you, Harriet. If you would.
I love questions. As for the answers, you may not like them.
Why did you come here?
And why not? This is where I live now. Leave me be.
Will you respect old Bridget's wishes? Will you obey her?
Bridget is kind. She only needs to keep me fed and I'll be good.
So you desire to stay here?
Yes, I'm with my own kind. Birds of a feather, so to speak. Poor Harriet. Always alone.
How do you feel?
I can't see. I can't move. My body's burning. I feel as if I'm dying over and over again.
Have you tried to eat or
Stop
drink
dying
something?
over and over again.
People here tried to feed me, but I'm just not hungry. I don't have the strength.
There's a fucking cat on top of the Mustang right now. You bitch ass. Setting off my security alarms and shit.
Does the pain ever stop?
It is not pain I feel. It's like I can't stop feeling every inch of my body. But at the same time, each muscle and bone is the wrong place.
Your room, the blood. What brought you to fake your death in such a gruesome fashion?
To see if I would be mourned.
Why flee with Sean Hampton?
Oh, it's always a pleasure to see a saint fall to sin. But the coward still won't kill.
The coward still won't kill? What the fuck?
Do you take pleasure in causing so much pain and sorrow?
Nobody gave a damn about me. Not a tear shed. Poor Harriet. Always the discarded.
I have a question of the utmost importance to ask. Will you answer?
Questions, questions, questions. The good doctor, always searching for answers.
Do you remember what you did after leaving the hospital? Did you kill anyone?
First, a question from me. You answer first.
Very well then. What do you want to know?
Are you like me? Are you also dead?
We are not dead, Harriet. Death no longer pertains to us. We are different.
I like what I am. I truly do. I relish the pain that courses through me.
I know you fled the hospital with Sean Hampton. Did you or Sean kill anyone in your flight? Anyone? Try and remember.
I will not lie. I wanted blood, and I wanted revenge, and Sean pulled me from it, brought me here instead. But the shadows heard my prayers. The shadows killed that bastard.
The shadows? What bastard?
Who was that man? The one murdered in the street?
He used to be my landlord. I lived here for many years before falling ill. Oh, he was an awful man. Disgusting and cruel. So cruel.
You sought vengeance by your own hand, and someone else obliged you. Very convenient. Don't lie to me.
I don't lie. I saw him near the docks, and rightly I wished him dead. And I am happy he is. It's true. But I didn't kill him. I was too tired.
Shadows? Tell me what you saw.
The shadows, they heard me and answered. Something in the deep darkness, quick, deadly. It asked me if I wanted revenge. I answered, yes.
And these shadows, this presence,
That's
do you
incense.
still hear it? Was it a vampire? Did Sean see it?
It spoke only to me, and now it is silent, but it is born of hatred. And it will kill again. And it hates you, Doctor. Oh, it hates you.
What makes you say that?
It whispered your name, Dr. Reed. It wanted to know who you were and where you went.
Questions about me? What did you say?
Nothing, Doctor. I said nothing. There was nothing it didn't already know. Oh,
Fuck.
I'm tired now. Let me rest.
Nothing it didn't already know, dude. That's not fucking good. Oh, what are you doing?
Have you found the answers you were looking for, young Ekon?
There is too much left unanswered. So many questions.
Get to know us. Spend time with us. And I may be willing to answer more questions.
For how long have you been in hiding here?
SKALS have been hiding under London since vampires first entered the city.
Where did you hide before the sewers?
We claimed ancient tunnels, forgotten caverns, catacombs. We are SKALS, groveling beneath the feet of our makers.
Your diction, your words. You do not carry yourself like most SKALS I've encountered.
True. I'm not like most SKALS.
You were once someone else. What happened to you?
It is as sad as it is long, young Ekon, but it will remain mine.
Can I be of service to you?
We ask but one thing. Reveal to no one our secrets. Do not betray us.
Why do you live here, amongst the filth and vermin?
Live. Here we hide.
What are you hiding from?
From the guilt, the shame, from the hunters and the light. And of course, our past.
Why don't you leave the city? Hide somewhere far from the guard of Priwen, the Ascalon Club.
We are the sewer skulls. This is our domain. We have run as far as we can, and now we hide.
What manner of creature is Harriet? She is different from everyone else.
I really don't know. I'm not even certain she's a skull. I've no idea as to what blood made her.
What is a SKAL, in fact, in your honest opinion?
The progeny of a vampire, disavowed by her maker. Perhaps a fruitless branch of a noble tree. A word used to enslave us. I cannot say.
You mentioned that vampire blood has tremendous potency. You believe it to be stronger than your own?
The vampire's sweet blood. That rich, dark wine that we crave. For it made us, and it can sustain us.
I thank you for your time, madam. I must go back to Hampton now.
Your kindness has been ample payment, Ekon. To protect us, I'll close the access to our hideout, but you can use our shortcut to reach Mr. Hampton's shelter. Just follow the arrows.
Thank you, old Brit.
How is London? I've not seen beyond these walls in such a long time. Old Bridget says you are one to trust. We're at your mercy. Will you end us?
It's locked.
Welcome back, Dr.
Oh
Reed.
my god.
Would you like to take communion with me now?
Sean, are you eating raw flesh?
It is the sacred flesh of the mortal lamb. Our Lord's bountiful transmutation for the sustenance of his believers. Thank you, Lord. I am your most humble servant.
So, true to your word, you waited for my return.
I told you, Dr. Reed, I was a man to be trusted. Did you have words with the poor Harriet?
I feel like I'm facing a Resident Evil zombie, but it's not a zombie. I don't know how I feel about this.
You make no distinction between the living and the SKALS, do you?
We are God's children, Dr. Reed. One and all. And he's determined to save us.
What will be the result if you continue to assist both SKALS and the living?
For the last decade, that's what's been happening. And they found a better life. What's to change?
You're forgetting the epidemic. Things can go south very quickly. I've seen it.
Oh, these are terrible times. Only those pure of heart shall prevail.
You've turned SKAL now. Don't you see the danger to anyone giving you their trust?
We are all sinners, awaiting salvation. This is a simple truth, ordained by the Lord Almighty. I am a seeker of his glorious light.
Does this place belong to you? How can you be so certain you can keep it open?
This warehouse was once property of the Dawson family, but has been bequeathed me through donation.
The Dawsons? The wealthiest family in London? Have they a clue as to what goes on here?
Not at all. The donation was made before the war. The building was run down. I never met Aloysius Dawson myself.
So you have the run of the place and no one's taken notice?
As long as we keep to ourselves, we interest no one. This is a haven, and I pray it remains so for eons to come.
Harriet, Miss Jones, has been behaving in a most violent manner. She's going to need special attention.
That's precisely the reason I brought her here. To meet old Bridget. She's the guide Harriet requires.
Who is this old Bridget?
I don't know, Doctor. She rarely speaks of her past, but I know she has a long one. She's likely the oldest soul in the city.
That's a claim. That's a big claim.
Harriet is possessed by her hatred. You cannot let her roam free. She's dangerous.
She has joined her own kind, Doctor. Old Bridget is a saint to the younger SKALS, guiding them to salvation and peaceful existence.
I believe I've learned all I need to know. I'm certain you've killed no one, but one day I believe you'll cross the line.
Logic is a false prophet. Faith is the only path to salvation.
What do you mean?
We have been blessed with God's eternity. We are the instruments of his divine will. We shall feed the hungry forever and ever. Amen.
I will strive to emulate your merciful nature, Sean, but it's a difficult pledge to make.
Give yourself over to God, Doctor. Expel your urges and kneel before the Lord in praise.
These urges. You know the hunger will never be satisfied.
I've come to embrace the everlasting craving. I have sworn to feed only upon the flesh of the dead. It is now my sacrament. Take, eat. This is my body. So saith the Lord.
That got dark quick.
Discoveries. Vampire blood would enhance your metabolism, perhaps even heal you. If what old Bridget says is true, I'll give you some of mine.
I'd rather not. It would be extremely awkward.
You have no choice, Sean. It's the only way to protect your chettle, those still amongst the living.
No, Dr. Reed. God made me this way. Who am I to disobey his will?
You believe that God's plan was for you to be abandoned at birth.
The Lord works in mysterious ways.
I can't imagine God intended for you to be molested by a priest in an orphanage.
Oh!
Drink, friend.
No!
I said kneel and drink. Now!
What did I do?
Another corpse thrown in the streets. Someone's playing a very sick game. I know this brooch. This is my mother's. A birthday gift from father.
Fuck. So whoever's doing
29
this is trying
Pretty
to get my
Orchard
attention
Street.
on purpose.
That's near Poplar's district. Why would this man carry off my mother's brooch? I must go there.
Someone's deliberately playing a game.
Good evening.
Doctor!
Did you see what happened to him?
Actually, yes. He was thrown from the roof like a vulgar log.
Why is it that you sound so afraid?
You didn't see it. He was dead before he hit the ground. The strength required to do such a thing, well, it beggars belief.
Who could have done that?
Who? Well, a vampire, of course. Look, bite marks on the neck and lacerations here. There is definitely a vampire close by.
Goodbye.
Glad to see you.
Lottie, tell me about the Wet Boot Boys. I know they've threatened you.
Edwina Cox wanted me to provide her with information about Mr. Hampton's resources. I refused.
Is that not dangerous?
Fuck them and their lies. They claim they protect the interests of the neighborhood, but they are just greedy parasites like all the rest.
I respect your courage, Miss Paxton, and I hope life will never wear you down.
Dr. Reed, you know how to make a girl blush. I am glad you came to the docks, whatever your real reasons are.
Goodbye,
You again?
You speak of strikes and class enemy. Am I right to assume you're involved in trade union activism?
You bet I am. Well, I was. Nowadays, I'm just another worker blacklisted by the big companies.
You lost your job because of your beliefs.
Those bastards really hate a worker who refuses slave wages and unsafe conditions, especially when it's a woman.
Isn't the whole point of trade unions to help workers in need? Why don't they support you?
A few nights back, I lost the money my companions had asked me to hide. With me and my sister being penniless, they thought I stole it.
What really happened?
I drank too much that night.
Oh,
Strange
she
men
drank all the
saw me
money.
count the money in that bar. Some sort of militia in uniform. I'm sure they robbed me.
Well, that's interesting.
Did you see what just happened?
No, I didn't. And I don't care.
Really? Why is that?
Because this sexist pig is one of the 4 men who blacklisted me. Good riddance, if you ask me.
Well,
Glad to...
did you see?
No. I was coming back to the shelter from work when I heard an awful scream, and there was this man, dead, just in front of the building.
You saw nothing at all?
No, I told you, just that awful woman's scream.
A woman scream? Are you sure?
Of course. It was terrifying. I thought it was my sister, so I ran. But it was a man I've never seen round here before.
Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
That was a man scream? Tell me I just opened a box that had nothing in it.
It's locked, all right.
Oh, we're going after those thieves.
I'll kill you!
This is not the place for you. I'd head back if I were you, sir.
This could be the public house Giselle passed. I should investigate.
He said, dude, that guy got nicked. I like went like this and hit that guy and he got knocked out. Oops. So I'm trying to get as much XP as I can because I just waste. I'm not sure if I wasted, but I used 500 on that priest. And I'm not sure if it's a good thing yet.
Fight for it! Want some of this? For this! Over there!
Giselle's stolen money. Priwen has some unethical ways of financing their war.
Brothers! The power!
inside this building.
You again? What do you want?
I've identified the men who stole from you. You were right. They were members of some self-proclaimed militia.
I knew it! Did you find the money too?
No.
Yes, here it is. They thought they could finance their activities with it.
I never thought a man like you would be kind enough to... I misjudged you. Badly. Well... Thank you, sir.
Will you give the money back to your comrades, then?
Fuck those bastards who fired me. I'll give the money to Miss Gillingham. Her son Jack was a friend of mine. He was killed recently.
I know you were friends with Miss Gillingham's son, Jack. Tell me about his death.
Jack's murder has been a shock to the neighborhood. A sign that the situation is now out of control.
Why is that?
There has always been tension between the Wet Boot Boys and members of the trade union. But a murder? That's a first.
Who killed him?
No one will ever know. One thing is certain. While Jack was alive, I had one less reason to drink.
Why does that upset you so much?
I wish I had found the time and words to tell him how important he was to me before it was too late. Another failure for Giselle Paxton.
That's rough.
Well, I'll leave you for now. Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
Right, here's to hoping that guy doesn't freaking die. he doesn't die. So then the next one will be bite, like my bite damage. So I need, but I'll do the heal one and bite next. And then the abyss. So heal, bite, abyss. If that guy doesn't die. Please don't die. Choice concerning the community pillar have been reported in the press. Is that good? Please don't die. He's the guy I'm super fucking worried about. But I'm gonna go to him right now. Overall, not that bad, I think. Okay, so what does that guy have? He has neuralgia. Let's go, baby. He's all the way on the other side of the map. So I'm gonna go down, avoid the main quest, talk to these people, get their new opinions, and then talk to him, and then go to Lady Ashburn. Ooh, I got a lot to do, baby. Hell yeah. Alright, let's go.
Watch yourselves! There's one of them! Over there! He's done for! There's one of them! Watch yourself! Filthy piece of shit! Watch out for them teeth! That's gonna... Fuck his boss!
Go to bed. Go to your bed.
Determination.
I know I can count on you. I wish I could say
Good.
the same.
I'd like...
Wise choice.
Hard. You don't have to bear the burdens of this.
It is good to see you again, Jonathan. How are you?
I'm better than one might expect, Lady Ashbury. Dr. Swansea has asked me to investigate the recent disturbances in the hospital, caused by SKALS.
Really? What do you mean?
There is something ominous closing around me, Lady Ashbury. Something spies upon me from the shadows. Something cruel and wicked.
Whatever do you mean, Jonathan?
Do you suspect someone?
I don't know, Jonathan. I steer clear of vampire politics, especially whilst hunters roam the city's streets.
If Sean Hampton and Harriet were not the guilty parties, then who? I saw the bodies and the blood.
Your rebirth has not gone unnoticed, Jonathan. Be extremely careful. if you get in the way of an immortal's plans.
I discovered the most intriguing skull. An elderly woman answering to the name of Old Bridget, and a man who helps them remain hidden in London.
Old Bridget? Peculiar name, I've never heard of her.
According to Old Bridget, SKALS can lead a peaceful existence like us. They are even able to nourish themselves by feeding on corpses and the flesh of the dead.
How vile. Please, Jonathan, let's change the subject.
Oh, but she can drink the blood of the nearly dying.
SKALS of London have gone into hiding. Both mortals and immortals plot their extermination.
Yes. SKALS are the orphans of the Vampire Society. They are the shame of their genitors, a disgrace to the vampire that created them.
But doesn't mean they have to live.
Goodbye for now.
Just because they've been disgraced by their owners doesn't, mean they have to live in dishonor. Boy, Doctor, I have a conversation to be had.
Jonathan, at last. I've been worried sick. Have you solved the case of our poor Sean Hampton?
Don't worry, Edgar. The reputation of Pembroke Hospital is secure. Sean Hampton was not the guilty party.
Is that true? Oh, good news. Good news indeed.
What do you know of the Ascalon Club?
Not as much as I would like. There have always been rumors about a secret society of vampires operating in the interests of the British Empire, though I've never met a member.
Do you think Lady Ashbury would know of them?
Jonathan, our beloved lady is not one for social dalliances, nor the assemblies of dark orders. She's a woman of superior taste and selective acquaintance.
I crossed paths with one. A terrifying creature going by the name of Fergal. He was sent by the Ascalon Club to exterminate the SKALS of the East End.
By the stole, Jonathan. If vampires are eliminating their own progeny, then dark times are upon us. Darker than I've ever witnessed.
I found Harriet Jones. She's much the same old, embittered woman she was, only she's been made a SKAL. Her transformation did not go well.
Incredible. Well, why not bring her here? We could learn so much by studying her condition. It would be fascinating.
Were there any studies made by your order on the subject?
Not that I'm aware of. I will transmit your discovery to the Brotherhood's primate. He will be delighted.
I doubt that. She can barely move. Perhaps we could learn more about the degeneration of SKALS.
Perhaps. But she could also belong to a new species. We know so little of the laws that dictate vampire reproduction.
Does the name Old Bridget ring any bells?
I've never heard of her. Why? A patient of ours? I must confess, I don't know them all.
No, it's just someone I recently met. A fascinating woman. I had thought that perhaps...
By the stole, Jonathan, you've met another vampire. I would appreciate an introduction, if that's the case.
A pleasure as all.
His head's just... he's like an ostrich. His head's stuck in science. I don't trust him. I mean, he might be unbiased to a certain point, but...
This is Braille. I need someone who can read this.
Ah, I found another one.
I have this thirst for blood.
Headed to my guy, but you guys jumped me. 40 XP for kicking all their asses. It's tough being a badass.
Over there!
Dude, you just stand up and kill all your friends.
It's locked, all right.
Doctor's home, bitch.
I'm cheap
Hey, what's up, Fad? Hey, I like that emoji, man. That's cute.
This one!
Oh yeah, level 4 gun. Tiny good handle. So we need to keep our eyes out for tiny good handles.
Burn it,
XP for killing 2 guys. Oh, fuck, I forgot the combat. Okay, yeah, let's do it. Come on, guys. Let's play. now I have enough brain power to take over this guy.
Good evening, sir. It's me again.
Leave me alone, I say, whoever you are.
No.
It cannot be safe for a blind man to live here alone. Let me enter, sir. I swear I mean you no harm.
Well, a voice never lies, and yours clearly is the voice of a gentleman. All right, Doctor, come on in.
A voice never lies. That logic.
How do you see the world these days?
Give me a second while I look through your stuff. And we'll talk about that in a moment. Oh.
Wandering in this part.
Vampires feed on your soul? Why does he have this? Vampires drink blood, but they feed on our soul. How could we believe that any man or woman killed by these foul creatures, bitten by their filthy mouths, could then be accepted in heaven? No. Their bodies have been defiled, and their souls have been corrupted. Their place is now hell, with legions of blood-sucking demons. Vampires feed on our souls. Clarence Crossley. For more information, please contact me directly. Alright, dude.
Tonight, you're either brave or a fool.
You've got a really interesting, facility here, my guy.
It's locked.
Ooh, that is...
What kind?
Okay, but she wrote him a letter, and he's blind. My dear brother, this is an apology letter that you'll never read, for you've lost your sight because of me. I know you hate me for what I did, even if you just never say so. We don't talk much in our Swanborough family, do we? So, clear my conscience, this bravest gesture towards you, to write you this letter, and leave it in your laboratory. If you ever find it, and ask about it, I'll read it to you. If someone else reads it, well, at least I wrote above, this is my bravest gesture. So Mason, I'm sorry for what I did, and for the hell you've been thrown into. I'm sorry now blind and trying to find meaning in your useless life. If I could change one thing, only one thing in my miserable life, it would be what happened 1 year ago. I swear it. Mason, if I could give my eyes for you to see again, I would. But it does not work that way, does it? So please, my brother, forgive me, Loretta. Tragedy.
The gentleman pays visits to people at this late hour. So what is the name of my nocturnal visitor?
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. As I already explained to you, I'm inquiring about the epidemic.
Dr. Reed? The eminent surgeon? My God, I'd never have expected a brilliant physician like you to knock on my door.
You flatter me, sir.
No, sir, I am flattered. I read all your work when I still had my sight. I loved it. I'm Mason Swanborough, by the way.
You seem unwell, sir. Do you need my assistance?
Actually, I feel worse than usual. Can you give me something?
Yes. I can give you a little something that has been proven effective.
Thank you, Doctor.
And what else have you learned about me, Mr. Swanborough?
I know you assisted Professor Carell in France, and that you invented a new blood transfusion method based on his work.
Yes. Those were frustrating but exciting days. I loved it.
Yes, the thrill of research and discovery. This is what drives people like us, Dr. Reed. Oh, how I envy you.
Does someone take care of you in this isolated place?
My sister Loretta and I have our daily routine. Every morning and evening she comes by so we can talk and eat. Then she leaves and I stay.
Where does your sister go?
Well, let's just say, she earns enough money for us both.
What's so amusing about that?
I won't hide the truth from you. Loretta sells a fake miracle elixir to the sick people of Whitechapel.
Oh, her brother sold her out?
Do you not appreciate your sister's visits?
Loretta is the best and worst thing that happened to me, and I believe she could say the same thing about me.
Why does your sister feel so guilty about what happened to you?
Because she knows I'll never forgive what she did to me.
You run an illegal business with someone you hate?
I don't hate my sister. She looks after me, we have a good time, and I'm just not ready to forgive her.
Have you heard anything about Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
I don't know who she is.
Do you know Braille, Mr. Swanborough?
I'm no expert, but I learned it in my spare time, yes. Why?
I found a strange document entitled Cure for Blindness. It's written in Braille, so I thought perhaps it was yours.
Really? Is that some kind of sick joke? Let me see.
Here it is.
This letter seems authentic. And it actually refers to an experimental cure for blindness. You have piqued my interest, Dr. Reed.
Could it be of any use to you?
No. This page is just a part of a larger diary. I'd be glad if you could find the other pages.
I found another page of the diary, Mr. Swanborough.
This diary is still not complete. The man who wrote it claims he is a member of some scholarly brotherhood called the St. Paul's Stole.
Really? I've heard of them. Very capable scientists. Perhaps the man who wrote this really found a cure.
I would need more pages to figure it out, but it's as promising as it is intriguing.
I concur, my friend. I concur.
Goodbye, Mr. Swanborough.
Tell me, how do you see the world these days?
So I just have to happen by those pages. Oh, that's gonna suck.
Come on, Barrett, you know a game you play for peace of mind.
Maybe it's time to see if this is working.
It's locked, all right.
How do I unlock these safes?
I should look into it.
had to go down, you know, had to handle. She exploded though, like whoa. Just like that, there was already another one in here. Sus. So I need another.
Take a look. Don't be afraid.
You never... Right then. Right then.
Fancy bite.
You never... Do you have any...
It appears those who dare to get elf care from that bitch are never seen again. Something...
Do you have any... Do you have... Goodbye.
You again?
Have you recently...
I saw her wandering the streets yesterday.
Goodbye. Good evening.
It's fun.
What do you...
All's
Quite a
well, you...
Your disciple, Samuel, stole from the dead in Stonebridge Cemetery. I have proof of his crime, and proof of his death.
No! Samuel was the best of us. So devoted, so zealous. He gave all he had for the cause. He tirelessly preached the good word.
He defiled the dead with his petty thefts. That's how he financed your misguided crusade.
Think what you will. When this city is saved, he will be praised for his devoted fortitude. He walked boldly into the mouth of abomination.
Your precious Samuel used you. He was an immoral crook.
Damn, he said it.
If that's true, then he will be my burden to bear during this endless night.
I have had an...
Could he...
Have you any news?
It appears the dispensary is now a major source of contagion in Whitechapel. Someone should do something about it.
Christina Popper claims she sells her body because she can't find any other work. Do you believe her?
Of course I do. Her story is exactly what I want my readers to understand. We live in an intolerant and divided nation.
Do you think things will ever change, Mr. Darby?
I believe the situation can only improve. And now that women can vote, I'm convinced things will change.
Tell me, Clayton, do you really think this young woman stole your wallet?
Christina? Yes. I recently met her. A nice girl, despite her questionable conduct.
How exactly did you meet Christina?
During my investigation, I offered my hotel room to her to rest and get away from the street.
And what happened?
The next morning, my wallet and my watch had disappeared. I suppose that's what you get for being a good Samaritan.
If you are going to sleep with a lady of the night, Clayton, I would advise you to be cautious.
I can't really be mad at her, though. She's just trying to survive. She doesn't have many options.
Was it wise to become so intimate with a woman you were supposed to interview, Clayton?
Maybe it was. But I have learned to look for the inner truth and beauty in people.
You're right. I know little of your situation. What can you tell me about Christina?
She's very sensitive. So nostalgic about her country. I saw her cry once because she'd lost a precious souvenir from her homeland.
What was it?
A scarf her brother gave her before she came to England.
Why are you so concerned? You seem to have something on your mind, Mr. Darby.
That we could make peace if I could find it and give it back to her. But I'm afraid she lost the scarf somewhere during her night shift.
Do you know that Christina is hoping to pay for her brother to travel to England in the near future?
I see. No, she didn't tell me that. But that explains many things.
Do you believe she will ever see her brother again?
As long as the war rages in Europe, I'm afraid her chances of seeing her brother again are slim to none.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby.
I'm cheap and I'm clean, I promise. Pay me a glass and I'll be gentle. Pay me a bottle.
Good evening, Doctor.
I found this scarf. I believe its owner would be happier to receive it from you.
Dr. Reed, I may be a humble and dogged reporter, but I recognize a gentleman when I see one. Take this for your trouble.
Mr. Darby, I believe your feelings for Christina are deeper than you might admit.
I'm the journalist here. I'm the one who makes assertions.
But as a journalist, you also have to honor the truth. So, what is the truth about you and Christina?
I won't use the word romance, but yes, I do care for her. A lot. I hope the feeling is mutual. Ridiculous, is it not?
I believe love has neither boundaries nor rules, Mr. Darby, even if society says the opposite.
I hope more people will listen to your advice, Doctor. Starting with Christina.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
Is it you, Dr. Reed? What kind of gentleman pays visits to people at this late hour? What can I do for...
I thought I had
Goodbye,
the
Mr.
page.
What kind of gentleman pays visits to people at this late hour?
Damn it. I am going to take like a 10-minute break, guys.